What are the ways in which we can, kind of take care of our minds and our bodies and stuff? We all know this. Our minds are constructing, experiences, and we are conditioned in a certain manner. We become in a certain manner because of our education, because of our work culture, because of our friendship circle, because of the relationships we have and stuff like that. So we are kind of conditioned in a certain manner. But yes, you can always change that conditioning, and you can always change your stuff. I've already shared that. It's not a question of your childhood, it's not a question of your careers alone, it's also a question of how you kind of take charge of your mind and your life and create different situations for yourself and stuff like that. And also you have school of thoughts like Buddhism and other spiritual practices which tell you that yes, changing your destiny is possible and stuff like that. Okay, so what are these tips? So here are these tips to kind of detox your mind, deprogram, and wipe out the slate of mind that you're in again and again. So one is, of course, culture. You know, every city has a culture, every neighborhood has a culture, every country has a culture. So one is to kind of assimilate or give into culture and kind of start exploring and enjoying the culture, what is around you and stuff, and not following the negative or what is shown on social media or on TV and stuff. Because if you were to kind of close your mind towards a perception created by other people and the experiences, you're not going to be enjoying any new culture or any different culture, or you're not going to come out of your so-called habits or your the way you are, so it's not going to be possible for you. Then is create physical solutions for emotional problems. So people are sometimes upset. People are kind of feeling, all those negative emotions. They are kind of unhappy. They are kind of feeling anger. They are feeling kind of envious or greedy, or they want to express their temper, and the mind is going through mental gymnastics, so you don't know what's going on. So detoxing your mind definitely helps you, because it kind of gives you this emotional space to kind of disconnect and kind of finding a solution. So I would like to remind you again that if you're feeling in a certain manner, the point is to not focus on what you're feeling. The focus is to understand why you're feeling that way, and once you've identified why you're feeling that way, there's this thing that they teach you, either you participate in it and continue feeling the same way, or you kind of disconnect from it and just let it pass and do nothing about it. Okay, so that's the easiest thing to do. Sometimes it's also not possible because you're working in a workspace, or you're in an industry, or you're in a setup where you are not able to do that. But the ideal situation is that you should disconnect and just walk away from the situation, and not even participate or whatever, and be clear about your likes and dislikes and stuff. That helps you and saves you from a lot of nonsense, unnecessary, unwanted. Okay, know that emotional toxicity is born of mental resistance. So instead of trying to create a certain emotional experience, saying if I do this I'm going to feel this way, try and practice, like I said, complete acceptance of whatever you're feeling. And once you know that you're feeling in a certain manner, what is the action plan, and how do you kind of come out of that, and all that. Okay, so an example is, yesterday I was in a talk show, and it was a pretty interesting talk show. It was on social media, and lots of personalities and celebrities from Bombay had come in. A lot of amateur and upcoming people had come in. There were a lot of experts, perception, about it was being shared and stuff. And as they started sharing about social media, I walked up. I got up and I walked away. And when I went out, somebody asked me, "Why did you walk away?" And I said, "You know what? I could do a TEDx talk in this, or I could do this share globally. But the point is this: I already know this, and as I listen to a certain speaker, it is reminding me about the certain unpleasant or the certain negative, or the shit experience that I have had with a certain people and stuff. So I rather not participate. I rather get up and kind of go and take a walk and enjoy my coffee, catch up with my friends and stuff. And I would rather get over it and not succumb to this nonsense. So this is what people do. They try and say, okay, we're feeling in a certain manner, we should be feeling in a certain manner, let's push ourselves into the situation, and let's try and experiment and play with our brain and see how far we can push ourselves and how bad can it get. So this is where taking a risk on continuing with that negative emotion or that experience which is playing with you, you allow it to happen, it'll continue, punishing you and your brain and stuff. So go for a long walk or a drive, as I've already shared, to get lost. This is the best. Rearrange your furniture, rearrange your photo frames, rearrange your books, rearrange your computer, rearrange whatever's around you and stuff, because as you're doing this, you're actually kind of making you energy, and you're kind of doing away with the stagnant or the stuck energy in your head, and you're actually creating a space for some new hormones or stress busters or whatever, because actually design and architecture is also linked to science in a lot of way. Okay, so not too many people do that or tell you this, but yes, because I'm coming from the line of work and I'm experienced enough in this, I can tell you that when you have a certain good experience in a room or in a office space or in let's say a hotel you go in and stuff, why does that stay more with you? It stays more with you because you've had a good experience, you've had a good memory, you had a good feel, and it's away from the general nonsense of the world or the shit of the world or the garbage of the world. So there is a certain science behind creativity and design and everything, and that is what I've already shared with you. So restructure your digital life if it is not realistic enough, and you're living on a perception where your feeds are not giving you positivity, and they are affecting you in a bad fashion or in a negative fashion. Please unfollow this and avoid looking at it. Okay, so let me give you an example. I mean, I'm avoiding a certain person, I don't want to see this person, and I see a lot of women and other people sharing his videos and posts like that. So I have two options. Rather I can go to their walls and make a comment about this gentleman or this so-called asshole, and make a drama happen, or I can just consciously detach and say I'm not interested in knowing this sucker or this loser or this weirdo or this psychologically overcomplexed or superiority or inferiority complexed uncle or whatever. I don't want to know him. So the onus lies with me. I mean, if I know that it's going to kind of create a drama, or there's some unpleasantness going to happen, or it's going to happen to me, I'm going to disconnect and move into my own space. Okay, so notice your own notice your own unconscious movements. Notice sometimes how you're walking, how you're talking, and when you start your day, set your intentions on how you want the day to be. Cleanse your spaces emotionally. I've already told you this. Did you buy clothes that to just to impress someone and to keep up with an image or something which you're not? Do you have decor around your apartment that you got during a particularly crappy time in your life? Let those things go. So this was during Corona. I'm sharing my experience here. This was during Corona. Like everybody else, I had a lot of stuff coming to me because we were all indoors and stuff. And at that point of time, certain decor accessories or certain spaces in my house would remind me of certain people and stuff like that. Obviously, because I had those people over at home and stuff, and there are certain memories associated with certain let's say bed covers or certain carpets, or let's say if you have a vintage house, or if you have a legacy. So you have lots of stuff which comes to you from your grandparents or your parents and stuff like that, and I would look at some of them and it would kind of make me a little uncomfortable. And what I started doing was I started detaching from those, and I started kind of giving away those in charity and stuff. I still do this. There are certain shirts and clothes I've worn during certain interviews, or I've been in certain environments and spaces, and I've met personalities where I did not enjoy with them. At that point of time, it was okay, but as we are changing, as we are evolving, as we are forming better experiences and stuff, today, if I were to look at a certain shirt and it reminds me of a certain person, what I do is I just don't think too much about it. I pick up the shirt and I just give it away. Okay, so raat gayi baat gayi is the funda. Matlab, you forget about it. When you wake up. And of course, you can have good memories happening. I mean, if you've had some amazing memories with your grandparents, with your father, with your sister, with your brothers, or whatever, and you've got something in a happy occasion and a great occasion, obviously you're going to savor those and you're going to endure those and you're going to love those. Okay, so that's the difference between feeling good and feeling negative about certain things. And of course, stretch your brains. This is the most important. Stretch your goddamn brain. You got to stretch your brain, and you got to kind of look at research. You got to look at stuff which you don't know, probably engage in something which you've never done, and stuff which you don't even know about. So I do this so many times, and I'm sure other people can also do it. If you don't know about a certain topic, research about it. And curiosity kills the cat. Avoid getting into negative spaces and stuff. Try and focus on something which you love and something which works for you. Not everybody's rational or logic on their history or their works is going to work always for you and stuff. Okay.